Thanks, Hakeem. Back with you later, but first I feel a retro moment coming on. And I'm joined in the studio by antiques expert James Breese. Hello, James. Nice to have you
Jenny.
here. Tell me, France and antiques. Fill me in.
Oui. I'm going to speak in English today because
Yes,
my French is absolutely appalling.
What have we got here for starters?
France is great for antiques, OK? Lots of different cultures, lots of different movements have come out of France ever since the Renaissance.
Yeah.
I've brought in some high-end examples, OK? The sort of
So
stuff
this is posh?
This is posh, the stuff you find at auctions or antiquités, which are the large-scale antiques fairs.
Antiquité?
Yes, but very, very posh.
Right.
And, you know, the sort of antique centres.
Yeah.
This is sort of stuff. France is very famous for Louis XV furniture.
Louis XV?
The last word in furniture design.
I've heard of Louis XIV.
For sure.
Similar?
Similar ilk.
Yeah.
Very, very beautiful, ornate furniture. OK, this one isn't. This one's been reconditioned.
This one has a little bit of woodworm.
It has a little bit of woodworm. It does reduce the value.
So how much?
1720, Louis XV's Royal Court furniture, about a grand.
Oh, I like it now. Moving on to this extraordinary thing.
Again,
how do we know this is real?
Well, you know, Louis XV's furniture was wonderful. It was decorated, it was ornament, not quite Rococo, but this one, we have to look for signs of woodworm. No guarantee, of course, with furniture antiques. There's usually a maker's mark on the underside.
Yeah.
And again, this one's been gilded and it hasn't been stripped or been painted.
What would this have been used for?
This would have been used for standing a pot, or perhaps a pot, or some flowers, or you know, some very tall person to lean on.
Just do like that, yes. No, I really like that actually. I rather fancy that. How much?
It is again about a grand.
Oh, a grand.
Like yes.
I don't know whether I'll be able to smuggle that in the back of my car. I know who this is.
France is very famous not only for its furniture and its ceramics and the sort of lower market stuff, which we'll look at in a second. It's also famous for glassware.
Lalique.
Lalique glass, very nice example. This is a reproduction of an original René Lalique design.
So, I mean, originally, this is a copy of a piece that would have come
modern
out
copy.
when?
This would have been turn of the century.
Turn of the century.
Yep.
And if this was an original Lalique, how much would it be worth?
It would be worth 10 times the amount of this, which is about £2 grand.
And this is worth £2 grand?
This is worth £2 grand new, yeah, for sure.
Just for a copy?
Yeah, it's very beautiful. They're making
it is
Lalique
very beautiful,
glass today.
and it's lovely to feel, I have to say.
When you're out hunting, it's good to look for an R, OK, underneath, because that means it's an original. And
can you still find original Lalique around?
Stories abound of people who found them at car boot fairs, or the French equivalent, brocantes. We'll go into that in a second. OK,
now, this sort of bronze here.
Famous bronze animal sculptor. In fact, he's inspired a whole school of French designers specialising in animals. This guy's called Barry, or Barry.
Barry?
Yeah. Bronze tiger.
Yeah.
It's got the maker's mark, the pattern, and also it's been signed.
Do we like this, James?
It's not my cup of tea. It's not. He was prolific in the 19th century. I like sort of more deco-y nouveau stuff. This is worth about £2.5 grand.
If you spotted that at a junk fair, you'd be snap it up, wouldn't you?
The French are canny.
£2.5 grand, did you say?
Yep. The French are canny. They know how much things are worth, unlike us Brits. You know, this would pop up in an auction. You probably wouldn't find this at a brocante.
Right, right. More glassware here.
Yep. Baccarat.
Oh, I've heard of Baccarat, yeah.
Along with, you don't pronounce it Baccarat, sorry, I do beg your pardon.
Oh, Baccarat.
Yep, quite deco looking.
I get it wrong too, yes. 30s then?
Again, 30s, late 20s, early 30s. Baccarat have been producing fine glass for 250 years. This is a modern example.
Yes, yes, and I'm not sure about that, James.
Not quite my cup of tea. Maybe in 20, 30 years this will be a design classic.
Maybe we should buy it now and hide it and then come in, bring it out later when it's a classic.
Oh, for sure.
And this is a modern piece of Baccarat.
It's a modern decanter. Again, you know, like this, at some point it will become a classic.
That one.
It is beautiful.
What would we put in this?
You'd put cognac, whiskey, whatever you like. 450 quid for this.
I can almost smell. 450 quid. Plus the price of the cognac. We're talking money. OK, now, round the front here. This is a bit more rustic, isn't it, what we've got on offer here?
When you step off the hovercraft, go into a tobac, sit down afterwards.
Newspaper place.
A newspaper place. Pick up some magazines. The French trade magazines, about 20 of them. Aladdin, for example, they've got a website which you can access from England. Sit down with a highlighter and glass of wine and pick out the places you want to visit.
And it'll tell you where all the flea markets are.
Flea markets. 3 types of medium range to low range places to visit in France. Completely unique to France. Dépôt va. People take their stuff along, you fix a price with a guy in a desk, big warehouse, there's a commission to pay, but it's not like an auction. The general public will mosey on in, they'll say, how much is this? There'll be a price on it, they sell it for you.
And then they just buy it?
They're agents.
And you can guarantee you're going to get your money?
For sure. It's uniquely French
and
regulated properly. Yep.
So this is sort of starter stuff, isn't it? This is the kind of stuff you might find in a more junky kind of place.
Yeah, a large outdoor fair, the equivalent of Swindon or Ardingly in England. They're called brocantes or grand brocantes if they're 1,700 stalls or more. The Brits go to these and plunder and cull. It's great. Enamelware.
You know, I feel a plunder moment coming on.
Go for it.
I'm getting on that hovercraft. I am.
When you go there, get textiles, get lace and linen, get
I don't know what to get. I'm going to get the lot, James.
Okay, get some metal furniture.
I will. I tell you, James, thank you very much. That was really fascinating. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
Very much. Time now to return to Lisa's challenge. She's going to the market to buy things for a celebratory family meal.